Hello everybody. Hello. I'm in the wrong avatar form. Never mind, hang on. Orange isn't here today. Let's get rid of that. I shouldn't be dressed up like a commissar from Warhammer today. That's not the vibe we're going for. Reactive PNG. Don't worry, I'll change my outfit in a second. We're in pre-show at the moment anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Hope you're all doing well today, people of the internet. Where's my normal outfit? There it is. Hey, there I am. Much better. Much more appropriate. Excellent. Yeah, we're getting ready for moon pooping. Just sorting stuff out. We'll get cracking with the knacking. Not too much to talk about this week. A few little bits and bobs. There's the window capture. There it is. There it is. Okay. A few little bits and bobs, but should be a fun time regardless. Haven't got really anything very me to talk about, I don't think. But yeah, you know how it goes. I think, is there anything else we need to get started? Oh, I need to turn on the music. That's a good call, Andy. And am I speaking? Yeah, you can hear me too. Okay, we may as well start with the podcast, I suppose. Let's roll that music.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decade Andy. We are here alone today in the world of Transformers to talk about said Transformers. Isn't that a fun thing? There's a few bits of news, nothing like monumentally exciting, but bits here and there that might titillate you and excite your loins. If such news does entice you, you can keep that to yourself, No need to share everything on the internet, so they say. We're going to be talking about today with the first bit of news, and that is the Symbiote Studios, who I feel we've talked about before in the past. They've shown us more plushies, more little cuddly Transformer things, which are of a style. This time around, we've got a Hot Rod, an Ultra Magnus, a Rumble, and a Frenzy. Apparently, the Hot Rod is 12 inches tall. They're all 12 inches tall, apart from Rumble and Frenzy, which are 10 inches tall. There's a blurb just like, oh, it's Hot Rod, oh, it's Ultra Magnus, oh, it's these guys. But it's just, hey, it's a plushie. How well have they done? A little soulless, not very furry. They're more felt, that kind of felt, kind of looking material on these little plushies. I think I've said it before. I'll say it again. These things are not nearly as good as like fan plushies I've seen that have been made. I've seen like fan ones that were done and shown off at like TF Nation and Auto Assembly and those places like that. And they had a lot more character, a lot more sass to them, a lot more body shape instead of just kind of this weird proportion kind of thing that they have here. They're almost cheapified, but they're like Rodimus Hot Rod has incredibly long arms, almost gorilla-like arms, bless him. And then a big old banana in his back. Magnus has his little white horns because he can not deal with it right now. He does have his missiles awkwardly lodged on his shoulders too. You can look at these guys and you figure out who they are if you know the characters, of course. But I wouldn't say that these are like, oh yeah, these are like, for me as a collector. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I want them. They look really huggable. They look just a bit weird on the scale of weird to, yeah, that's pretty cute. They're definitely more on the weird scale of things. Did they say which one's which? Rumble and Frenzy? Rumble is a steel punk. It doesn't say on the description which one they're siding with. So, as ever, the war can begin. What is the real Rumble? What is the real Frenzy? Ooh. The hot news. Is there a site to see the previous ones? Because I'm sure previously we've seen like an Optimus Prime. Wow, Rumble and Frenzy are $34 US, $35. Just round it up, Andy. Let's not do anything crazy. I should open these in separate links. Hot Rod on his own is it's on sale. It's on half price. It's usually full price for $30, but at the moment it's half price, so $15. okay, I suppose. Oh, previous ones have had Bumblebee, Grimlock, Slag, Megatron without a nose, Bumblebee without a nose as well, Shockwave with a giant face, Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. I kind of like the Skywarp who's just not amused. He's just not in for any of this shit, and Thundercracker's having a great time. Starscream's generic smug. Wheeljack, Hound, Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beast movie, two that I mentioned before. Oh, yeah, the Optimus Prime and Soundwave, and the cat version of Optimus Prime. So they've had a few. They all seem to be similar price at about $30. If you want two that's slightly smaller, you can spend $4 more and get the Rumble and Frenzy. You know, these are a thing. I think these would probably be okay if you had them as a set. But the only one I guess that would appeal to me, if like the Grimlock's kind of cute. It's like a baby dinosaur because it's got a giant head, teeny body, and Shockwave because he's just 90% eye. That's kind of fun. Otherwise, excuse me, these are a thing, right? Also got some t-shirts if you want to buy some of them. They're quite nice as well. And then for some reason, on the Transformers section, they've put on a holiday wonder wardrobe of a hat, fingerless gloves, I guess these are. Maybe they have fingers, but the white background obscures it. And a scarf. Transformers related? No. Holiday related? I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. Christmas and Transformers go hand in hand, as they say. Some people do, I assume. Let me know if you are a collector of the Symbiote Studios plushies. I think they're better representations of Transformers cuddliness out there in the market. Like I said, though, usually from non-companies, like just the people. Excuse me, the sniffs are coming. Hay fever is coming in, boys. And I do love me some hay fever. Regardless, unique toys are showing off the R09 Red Destroyer. Not Destroyer, unfortunately. That would be pretty cool if a third-party company decided to make Godzilla crossover toys. That would be kind of neat. Especially Destroyer, because he was it's got a silly name. A decent design and a silly name. All down for that. This is Red Destroyer. Masterpiece Scale, of course. Age of Extinction. Stinger. Evil Bumblebee. His famous role in the movie, which no one remembers, of course. So, images we have so far. We have him in his car mode, which is a car with little missiles on the side, which, yeah, it's fine. And... excuse me, sniffs again. Yeah, robot mode images, posing. He's got the weird shuriken wheel things on his shoulders. That's cool. He's got the claw guns on his, I guess, stingers on his forearms. Oh, sorry, I apologize. He has multiple shuriken wheels on his back. More than one. As usual, it would be interesting to see how this transforms. There's some hinges on the side of the vehicle mode, which are going to look a bit... well, maybe they'll be a bit more hidden when it's fully done and painted up, but on the prototype, the grey prototype, the hinges on the side of the doors are very noticeable. But usually with the Masterpiece scaled third-party toys, for the movie stuff, there's a lot of almost like flipping and turning them inside out, like the horrible disease from the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror special where the gas comes in and they turn inside out and their organs are on the outside. That's kind of how a lot of these like third-party movie especially feeling toys at least look when they do their transformations. They just kind of unfold and then go inside out. But Stinger, yeah, that's cool. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw a Bumblebee repaint, rejig of this guy, because I'm sure that happened for the Hasbro toy line, right? Right? There. No, yeah, there was definitely a Bumblebee that had the shuriken wheels. I'm sure there was just a repaint of this, or vice versa. This was a repaint of that. I didn't mention he's also got the backwards blade glaive swords on his on the back of his forearms. You know, I'm sure that's probably not a very practical weapon, but it does look cool. It does look very cool. And I think when it's painted up, this one will look pretty good as well, because if I remember, the color scheme's red and maybe maroon and black with green eyes. Yeah. I like how the chest, because all of the gubbins and gribbles kind of looks like a demon's face. If you're watching the stream, you'll understand. We've got the eyes here, like this bit is the eyes. This bit is the mouth with teeth, and then this bit is the chin. And this bit, if you wanted to pretend, it could be like a beard. Or it's just his penis, that could just be his groin. But yeah, I like it. I'd make a Japanese-style version where I would emphasize the chest as a demon chest. And maybe change the shoulder pads if we could. Exel Hedge says, Stinger looks cool. Pink Bumblebee when? Ooh. You mean best Bumblebee? Yeah, if there's to ever be like a Bumblebee from the movies, I'd be like, yeah, okay. All right. That's kind of fun. Pink Bumblebee is the way. I don't think I'd ever like gag for a... Oh, thank you for the follow.
You're just in time.
I couldn't see who it was, but thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Pink Bumblebee. Best Bumblebee. I don't think I'd want to own a toy of him, but I always appreciate that because it's fun. And it reminds me of a very silly, fun part of the movie where a tiny pink bumblebee threatened a child's life. And I don't know why, it just made me smile. I always wondered why Laserbeak was so dribbly. To be fair, all of the movie robots, at least from... Is it the second movie? Onwards for a few of them, are very dribbly. In Dark of the Moon, they're super dribbly. Everyone's just like drooling all the time. Laserbeak's got a load of sloshes in his mouth, but there you go. Stinger, he be coming. If you want to get one, if you know if Unique Toys... No, Unique Toys are the ones that have done Galvatron and stuff like that, so it's probably going to be pretty good. It's probably going to be pretty good if you are into their style, if you like the transformation stuff. It's Stinger, tick him off your list. He's a coming. Pee pee poo poo. Dr. Wu, the man who is slightly fiendish and a doctor, is doing the DW-E35 Wingman. It's Cyclonus. It is not a real Micromaster. Real Micromasters are... Who are the real Micromasters? Stalker, Countdown, oh god, I'm on the spot now. Overload, Hall, those Flak. They're the real Micromasters. The Cyclonus, cool, not really a Micromaster in my eyes at least, but let's have a look at him. There's a few versions of him coming out because, of course there is. The standard Cyclonus, which we're having a look at now, he's very cute. He's got a little baby head, little tiny goo goo gaga arms. Ooh, just want to give him a little hug. It looks like he's got what do you call it? A rail transformation where you there's a pin going through his knee, and you will push the entire shin and foot up the thigh, and it will go into its position for the transformation. So there is a big rail cut in the sides of the thighs. It's a bit of a shame. Again, my Micromasters, you flip the legs down, you flip the front bit of the torso down, and it's done. But got to make them a bit more interesting than that. As usual, he's got the same kind of fun posability that the Doctor Wu stuff has. I'm still almost tempted to get one out of pure curiosity, just to be like, is it good? Is it fun? Am I just judging them because they're not the Micromasters I want, potentially? He does transform into his jet mode. His hands, or his fists, in quotations, are very visible. Bit of a shame there. Micromaster scales, so what are you going to do? It's a cute little fat Cyclonus jet. It's like, oh, you. That's so cute. It's not the most aerodynamic jet you've ever seen. I don't know. I think it's kind of nice. It looks okay, doesn't it? We're not talking about Bumblebee. Bumblebee's next story. Don't worry about it. We have the shattered glass version, which is the DW-E35M for man that's orange and red. Yeah, it's the shattered glass version, so he's very obnoxious, hot rod colors, but without any of the cool flame effects. I've never if you gave this guy flame effects on him, right, to really push him into the hot rod territory, maybe I could get behind it. I'd be like, okay, fire effects, okay, forearms, the shins, maybe a big fire over his boob or something like that. Just as is, always kind of feels a bit flat to me. Give me some dumb flame effects. I realize though that would require tampos, but Toy Hacks could do it. They could do it. I believe in Toy Hacks. Note to mention here, it doesn't seem like the Cyclonus has any accessories. Oh, I lied. I'm an idiot. Ignore what I said. The previous Cyclonus figures, the Shag Glass one and the standard Cyclonus, don't have accessories, but the E35S, which is the IDW version, does have a weapon. He has the Matrix sword. So that Drift had at one point, he had as well. He has a new face. Is there anything else different? Is his chest different? No. Everything else is the same, but he does have a new face. The kind of more skeletal face from the, what was it, Modern MCI comics? Was it in Lost Light? Either way, he's got the weird skeletal face. So that's nice there. That's pretty cool. Similar-ish color schemes, but they've tried to kind of differentiate it by, instead of going for the, I guess, more cartoon accurate attempt, because, you know, it changes from animation style, or each episode can be a little bit on the wibbly side for colors and whatnot. The kind of lilac-y blue, deep purpley, almost purple kind of colors. For the IDW one, they've just gone, he's purple, and he's got mainly just bright white on him. I think, wait, does the cartoon one have white, or is it grayish white? I'd say that's white. Regardless, IDW one is, I guess, the one that's just purple, if you wanted that. XL Hedge says, I say he looks more like Fire Guts than Hot Rod. I can see where you're coming from, but I think, wasn't the original intent, XL Hedge, that the Shattered Glass Cyclonus was meant to be like Hot Rod's color scheme reversed? Because you know how they always like Shattered Glass, Grimlock is Triptychon's colors, you know, that kind of thing. Megatron's are Primes, etc., etc. Oh no, Megatron and Prime isn't that one, but you know what I mean. Isn't that the same idea with Hot Rod and Cyclonus for Shattered Glass? That not true? Am I making stuff up? I might be misremembering. It's happened before. It'll happen again as well. As I age, it'll get worse. Worse and worse and worse. Yeah, again, the shuttle mode, jet modes, kind of cute, kind of okay. This one, I guess you could argue, has a bit more oomph to it just because it has one weapon. If that one could have a sword, why can't the other Cyclonuses have a gun? I don't know. It'd be nice if they could have a gun if one can have a sword. You know, I don't know. Oh, you don't know either. Okay, excellent. No worries. I made that assumption, but I could easily be wrong there as well. We don't know how good the transformation is on this guy, obviously, because he's not out yet. But, out of all of the Doctor Wu stuff, this is probably the one, because Cyclonus has the kind of weird, interesting design that's kind of 90s, late 80s, 90s kookiness for the future. Excuse me. He does have a bit more oomph that might tempt me into buying one. I don't think I would, but it's closer than the other ones. Closer, in fact, than the Doctor Wu DW-E34 Wasp, which is, unsurprisingly, Bumblebee. Hey, everybody likes Bumblebee. Oddly enough, this gives me a lot of the Pretender Bumblebee vibes, but that's mainly because Pretender Bumblebee was the best G1 Bumblebee toy from that era. You know, it is just hands. It's better than the original. It looked more like Bumblebee. It had his correct cartoon mode, and it had a little bit more articulation than the original. So I look at this, and there's a bit more to it. He's got a tiny baby waist. You know, he's got this massive chest, and then the waist is just I think of like the way I would describe the way that this looks, right? The torso to groin ratio is you have let's go American, a popsicle, an iced popsicle stick. Bumblebee's chest is the iced popsicle. The stick part is his groin. That's how it looks to me, like he's a big lemon-flavored lollipop. You know, I'm weird, so, you know, don't follow my advice. There is wait. Is that? He seems to have two heads. Bumblebee with a cartoon head and Bumblebee with a toy head. Are these two different things? Oh, no, it just comes with two interchangeable heads. That's kind of nice. I guess Bumblebee doesn't really need a gun. Having the toy head or the normal Bumblebee head, that's kind of nice. I kind of appreciate that. It looks the toy head looks weird. Would the toy head have been better if they had stuck a giant like chromed flat plate behind the head to try and emulate, how the original one kind of flipped down? Maybe. I think I would have liked that, because seeing, like, whenever I imagine G1 Bumblebee toy, I always imagine like his face, and then giant flat chrome bit of plastic behind his head. So that not being that, it looks odd. It looks more like Goldbug a little bit to me. He is the same size as a 1 Yi Yuan. However big a yuan is, I think that's a Chinese currency coin from 2013. Maybe it's a rare coin, so maybe it's a super duper rare super coin. I don't know. But he is a very small 1 yuan Bumblebee. He is smaller than Prime, so he's gonna probably be, I think, the smallest Micromaster. There is, of course, the EW34G Goldbug, who uses the toy head but is colored blue, which makes a lot more sense. Which is why the original Bumblebee had the 2 heads, and the toy head didn't look quite right because it's meant to be Goldbug's head. He is done in toffee color, so if you're gagging for your toffee-flavored Bumblebee, here he is. Well, I mean, he's not Bumblebee. It's Goldbug. You know what I mean. Excuse me, chat. Like I say, allergies are kicking up today. And I don't want to just keep... Well, I could keep hitting the mute button, I suppose. Maybe that'd be best. There's also the 34M, which is Shattered Glass Bumblebee. Oh, no, it's not Shattered Glass Bumblebee. I'm lying. It is... Oh, God, what's his name? Scroll up. Bugbite. It's Bugbite. Yeah, Bugbite. Bugbite. It's Bugbite. So it's the white car, whitish, off, grayish Bumblebee color. Light tampograph only on the chest, so it's not as crazy as it could be. And then it's just his standard head with red eyes. Is that a different face sculpt? He's got a little mouth open. Where's Toy Bumblebee? No, it's the same head sculpt. I wondered if they changed the expression on him, but it is the same look of Bumblebee. And yeah, it's just, it's fine. It's okay. I don't think the others come with anything. Bugbite Redeco includes a cartoon head only, and Goldbug Gold Deco, not chromed. I would say that's generous to call it gold. I'd just call it toffee, with the retooled head. So yeah, there's not much oomph behind these 2 other ones. I guess you get the most bang for your buck just going for standard Bumblebee. Just fine, but it's, fine, Bumblebee, Micromaster scaled, I don't know. It seems fine. Again, I want my Big Daddy. I want those Micromasters. Those are the one I want. Especially since they don't get any love either. Show the Micromasters some love. Now, Tian Yi Designs, who is a new third-party company, amidst the sea of other third-party companies, are doing a masterpiece, because of course they are, scaled Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. The guy who was in the movie for about 5 minutes or less, probably less than 5 minutes. We see a few images of said sideswipe, sideways, this guy, the car dude with the big bunny wings on the back of his car mode. He stood next to the Hasbro barricade for scale, so they're about comparable size-wise. I don't remember what he looks like in the movie. I'm going to make the assumption that it looks accurate. Always a bit risky to go in on a new third-party company, I grant you. The car mode looks good. It's bigger than a gaming mouse, I guess. Damn, look how big that keyboard is. Holy shit. Damn, that's a big keyboard. It's huge. It seems big, at least. I don't know. It's another movie masterpiece scaled Decepticon car. Has he had one? Has Sideways had many third-party outings? I don't know. Hang on. I know who might know. Shozy might know, right? Shozy might know. Sideways is the not correct way to spell the name. Well, it might not be under that name, I suppose, either, mightn't it? Yeah, that's a fair point, Brain. Unique toys. If anyone's done unique toys, will have. Let's have a quick squizzle through. Unique toys sideways. Doesn't look like it. Unique toys don't have a sideways. At least it's not on Shozy's website. So I guess we can assume that this might be the first question mark. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. It might be one of those things where this third-party company is not actually, in quotations, new third-party company, but it's like an offshoot of an already existing third-party company, or a new group to avoid legal implications, which might or might not happen. I say for legal reasons, I'm sure, just to keep myself safe. But there you go. If you want a sideways, he's coming. It's very early day. You know, at least it's a real prototype. It's not a CG render. It exists, but we're not at the colored stage yet, or the painted prototype stage. So still probably a ways off, and it doesn't say exactly when it's going to be coming out either. It's going to be coming, though. Magic Square. They have 2 Dinobots up for show today. Excuse me. We have colored images of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. You'd be shocked to know that that's Grimlock. And they also showed off the Brontosaurus, which is, of course, Sludge. Again, no huge surprise there. It's more Dinobots at the smaller scale. Let's have a look on Shozy to see if they're up for pre-order. They probably are. What's the show? Is it Magic Square? Magic Square. Let's have a quick squiz. Yep, they're both up. Oh, Grimlock's full price has been announced as well. Grimlock is going to be £57.32 from Shozy. What's that in American money? Oh, the website's just cacking its pants. Cack-and-baller its pants. US dollar we do. That's $69.99 if you wanted the Grimlock. Let's have a look at said Grimlock. Grimlock comes with a few accessories. He comes with his goon, his sword, his fish, his favorite fish, called Jeffrey the Fish, his crown, and some open hands. And obviously he's already got holy things kind of hands. Is this fair to say cartoon accurate? It looks it. I'd say this is going for the cartoon look. I do like the image of him cradling his little fish in his hands. It's very cute. Much approval. Much fun. Looks pretty big and chunky, like most of the Magic Square stuff. Most of the Magic Square stuff's very squared off, big and clunky, which, again, as I'm sure I've said before in the past, is either a good thing for you aesthetically or it's a bad thing. And you can go to New Age if you want, I guess, more streamlined look. But everything looks good. You can do the stereotypical thing of changing the eye color from blue, as we've seen one image, to red. That is a possibility you can do that. And it looks like in his dinosaur mouth, he does have a port. So it looks like you could put some sort of effect in there if you chose to. You have the right kind of thing to slot in said hole. He is going to be bigger than, I assume, their Optimus Prime, as he is looking down on him, which I guess is why he's $69.99, which, again, I mean, third party, it's going to be a complex transformation, I can see, having a close look at it, or like actually paying attention, it seems that his front skirt is not going to be individually like legged, so there's not going to be a cut for each leg. It's going to be one giant piece, which is a bit of a shame. Think of like the Armada Optimus Prime in Super Mode. Its front skirt is just one big piece, so if you want to move one leg forward, you got to move the whole thing so it doesn't look super dynamic. So that's a bit of a shame. And there is the Sludge, everybody's favorite Sludge boy. And he comes with... What does Sludge come with? Comes with Goon. He comes with, I'm assuming, the open hands that he did previously. He must have sword as well, right? Yeah, and sword. So it looks like he's coming with less. He's not Grimlock, so it makes sense. He also has a port inside of his mouth, inside of the Brontosaurus head. So, He comes with the eyes popping out of his head effect as well. Fun image of Devastator punching him and his eyes popping out. I like that. These are actually quite nice. I don't actually have a huge swath of Dinobots. Magic Squares do look pretty good. They do look pretty nice. Let's have a look at the New Age ones just for some comparison. Just, I mean, I'm sure they're out of stock at this point, but it's always good to look. Let's get a Grimlock for better comparison. Yeah, we'll go for Ymir. So here is the Ymir, the New Age one. It's slimmer. It'll be way more complicated. There is no cover for the legs, for the bottom of the legs. So there's a lot of greebly techno woo woo. He does have individual skirts, front skirts, so a bit more on the posable side. The same price, $69.99 for the New Age one compared to the Magic Square one. And accessory wise, this Grimlock came with his gun, open hands, closed hands, and a fire sword. So a little bit different. He didn't come with the crown. He doesn't come with the little tiny fish. And granted, the fish isn't super necessary, but it is kind of cool. You might get more for your money with this Grimlock. I don't know. I think it as usual, comes down to your preferences on whose transformation aesthetic or like engineering do you prefer? Do you prefer the New Age style or the Magic Square style? I don't know what the Magic Square style is like because I don't have one. And down again to the aesthetic. Do you like the aesthetic of the Magic Square or do you like the aesthetic of the New Age? Let me know if you like. Yeah, I do like the fact that their sludge comes with the eyes popping out of the head. That's cute. And the rest of the Dinobots, I'm sure, are to follow in the future at some point. I mean, they got the pre-order up for a uncolored version of Slag. I saw it earlier. Magic Square. Yeah, there's Slag. Does it have a date for Slag? For the Magic Square Slag? It just says the estimated release date 2023. So, any day now, I suppose. It was meant to come out last year, baby. Ooh, wee wee wah wah woo woo. Very cool. All right, fair enough. Love to see it. Next up, we have... Oh, this was a weird story. Transformers Takara Tomy version of Earthspark Deluxe Prowl and Thrash. Well, at least we have official images of them. So, if thou'st remember... the Earthspark version of Prowl was shown a while ago, and of course, when Mikey was still doing the show, he was notably flabbergasted by the incorrectness of said toy. Let's actually get an image of that, because it was Cyberverse Hot Rod for some reason. Let's see, Earthspark Prowl, there he is. Earthspark Prowl, the official, well, the official one from the toy line, there he is. Whoops. Let's just click on the link. There he is. Ah, yes, Prowl, who looked nothing like he did on the fucking box art of the same toy. Well, Takara Tomy tried their best. It was still not quite right. So what Takara Tomy did was they seemingly heavily repainted the Cyberverse version of Prowl, which makes more sense, I suppose, than using Hot Rod from Cyberverse, and not even sticking any real police iconography on the top of his car mode. It just didn't work. At least with this, he is a police car. It's a minor bar, but it is better. But it's still not accurate. As you know, look at the vehicle mode. It's a better painted version of the Cyberverse design. I think that's true. Prowl here. And then Prowl here in the artwork. These are not the same thing. You would not use the meme where you show the two photos and the lady would say they're the same picture. You'd be like, hey, ooh, hang on a tick. What's going on here? So I guess this is better. It's not massively better, but it's mildly better. It's like, what's a good analogy? It feels like someone fucked up your coffee order with the Hasbro version. They just got your coffee order completely wrong. It's just a wrong order. While the Takara version feels like they got your order right, but your coffee is cold. So it's correct, it's just cold. So you're not happy with it either, but they got your order right, so that's something. Thrush, on the other hand, I think we talked about Thrush before. I think the only real difference here is he is accurate in terms of his color scheme and looks nicer. Subjective, of course, depending on if you like him looking like he did in the show. His face looks a bit on the strange side of how it's been painted up, but for the most part, this is, from my recollection, more of what he should have looked like versus the Hasbro version again. Here's the Hasbro version. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And here is the actually painted version that Takara's done, where a lot more has definitely been painted. His lower legs have been painted. And what else has been done? A nicer shade of turquoisey, metallic-y blue, I would say. What else? Hands are the same. Well, they've added bits of copper as well onto the elbow joint. That's kind of nice. Huh. Oh, that's weird. The Hasbro version has painted like the top of the thighs, the part that connects to the hip, and has the swivel mushroom peg for the thigh swivel, is the white plastic of the torso and the rest of the body, but then has been painted, while the Takara version is just molded in the same plastic as the rest of the thigh. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's a huge change. It looks a lot different in vehicle mode. Yeah, in vehicle mode, because of how the lower legs are painted, the color comes across a lot more in the vehicle mode. Whoops. A lot more. The vehicle mode looks like it's not being painted at all for the American version, while the Japanese one, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, there's some color here. That's interesting. So again, I still feel that the Earthspark line has been shafted in many ways. I might not give a shit about the show. I might think the show's kind of shit. But I wish the toy line had some respect given to it. But I don't think that's going to happen, because I think Hasbro's priorities are for targeting the adult fan collector versus expanding their user base with mediocre shows. But maybe I'm wrong there. That's just my opinion. So another Earthspark related thing we have is the Tacticons. We've got the first look at Starscream for these Tacticons, which are basically, as far as I can tell, botshots. This is an Australian listing from Target or Target. There are other things coming as well, and the news keeps popping up because of my goddamn Windows thing. The other ones that are coming are an RC, a hashtag, a Twitch, and Starscream as well. I wouldn't say this is a good spread, having a pinky, purpley, because they've not colored RC correctly. She's, I don't think, at least the box art for her looks a lot hot redder pink versus the more purpley pink. I don't think it's a good idea to have RC who's purpley pink with hashtag who's purple. I don't think having two robots this very similar colors, or on the color wheel close to each other, is a good call if you can help it. Starscream, Twitch, that makes sense. She's main character. Why RC? She was in like one episode. Why not Bumblebee? I mean, Bumblebee's a bit like on the nose and like, it's a fucking Bumblebee. Of course it is. But it would make more sense. Or you could throw in Swindle. He was one of the first Decepticons who popped up in the show. That would have made sense. Regardless, I suppose. The Starscream, what do you do? Where you push them and then they kind of flip up and they transform. They're not exactly bot shots. They don't like crash into each other and then transform, but they have that kind of, they don't do a lot for them to transform. And they're looking at like Starscream's quote unquote jet mode and how it has two back wheels and then a steamroller wheel in the front. Let's just call it like that. It looks a bit weird. Looks a bit strange. The robot mode, I guess, for what it's doing is fine. It's attempts to do legs. There's a big gap between the top of the knee and where the torso would be. It's meant to give you the faux idea that this is how it would work. And the nose cone, I suppose, of the jet just kind of splits open and folds behind him. XL Hedge says, this is how we get our first hashtag. Is it? Has there not been another hashtag toy, XL Hedge? Pun. I getting Prime breakdown flashbacks. Is this really the first hashtag figure? That can't be true. I mean, maybe it may... Actually, thinking about it, it probably is true. It probably... Knowing the lack... Again, the lack of respect Hasbro gives a shit about for this section of the franchise, I shouldn't be shocked that they haven't done anything else for, like, main cast characters. But yeah, if you want some really basic toys, I guess if you want your very first toy version of hashtag, well, here you go. I'd like to see that, like, Hasbro puts out a statement like, we know Transformer fans have been waiting for the first Earthspark version of hashtag, and here she is, the Tacticons version. Everyone goes, woo, yay. This isn't what we wanted. Why did you do this? But why? It's the Ryan Reynolds gif, right? That people use. But why? That's from isn't that meme or that gif from Harold and Kumar? Go to White Castle. Isn't it from that movie? I think it is. But why? But why? Also in the kind of but why territory, Hot Wheels are crossing over with Transformers to release an Optimus Prime truck and a Bumblebee car as well. Volkswagen Beetle and all that jazz. So it is an Optimus Prime G1, of course, and it has a trailer, of course. It doesn't transform. It's out for $10 reduce July sometimes. It's 1/64 scale. Thumbs up. It's made of die-cast. It's a lost art. Haha, Beast Wars reference. I don't have much to say about a Hot Wheels toy. It's a Hot Wheels toy. It won't do anything. I guess it'll look nice on a shelf. I guess. I don't know. Why not just buy Missing Link? I know this is not the same thing because it's way cheaper. Way cheaper than Missing Link. But you know, if you want a G1 Optimus Prime, and you maybe you just want to keep him in vehicle mode, you could get that. You could just get the original Optimus Prime toy. Just keep that in vehicle mode. That'd still be cheaper, the amount of time that it's been reissued. Maybe you're a big Hot Wheels fan, and this is just kind of a quirky thing to add to your collection, I suppose. Same with the Bumblebee. It's a Volkswagen Beetle. It's got the Autobot insignia on it. I think we talked about these a while ago, but this is the first time we're actually seeing them in packaging, I suppose. Look at all these weird fucking Hot Wheels cars. Here's an interesting thought. How from the start of Hot Wheels, how many Hot Wheels cars have been made? I imagine it's like a ridiculous amount, right? Because when did Hot Wheels start? When was the first Hot Wheels? The first Hot Wheels car made. There we go. Holy fuck. Oh my god. The first Hot Wheels car was apparently in May, 18th of May, 1968. Wow. This was a long time ago. It was primary competitor of Matchbox until Mattel bought Matchbox owner Tyco Toys in 97. Okay. So, yeah, they're getting up to retirement age. they're old age pensioners. Okay. How many Hot Wheels cars are there? How many Hot Wheels cars? Holy fucking nipple twisters. Okay, this is just the top of the Google search. So, you know, if you're seeing the stream, you're seeing this. If you're listening, I will read it to you. Over 130 new variations of Hot Wheels car designs are manufactured each year. And these colorful and unique designs are sold over 150 countries. There are also over 20,000 different models in existence overall. Imagine yourself as a young child and you're like, I really like cars, but I can't own every car. I'm a 10-year-old boy. I would like to own every car. I know. I will become a collector of Hot Wheels cars. I don't need the mint on package. If I could just have them and put them in a little plastic case or something, that would be enough for me. How many do I have to get? Oh, over 20,000. And you think it's daunting being a Transformers fan? This is nightmarish. What letter to the biggest Hot Wheels collection. The biggest Hot Wheels collection. Damn. Wow, look at this stylish motherfucker. Reject. Store helped son cull Hot Wheels collection. No! No! That's a sad story. That's not a good story. I don't want to hear about a guy getting rid of his collection. I don't know if this is a store owner. Owner of the Hot Wheels, of Charles Hot Wheels, poses for a photo in his shop located in Well, this gentleman looks very happy in his fine suit and room full. This isn't like 20,000 different Matchbox cars. Hot Wheels cars either. Oh, God. This guy there's a YouTube video out there that says 30,000 Hot Wheels, Corey Scott's Texas-size Hot Wheels collection, and his Hot Wheels room. Go and watch this video, chat. It's on Built to Cruise. Built to Cruise. Let's see the room. This guy's a collector. This guy, wow, look at, that's a cool room. I don't give a shit about Hot Wheels. Don't ask about the flickering chat. That's really cool. Again, I'd never want this, but that is pretty fucking impressive. Good on you, my son. He's even got like a little diorama, so he's got a lot of little houses. He's got hang on, let's go back to that. Go back. God damn it. Go forward. You see here? He's got like a little road, little houses and tree setup. Though it does look, for the people who would live in this tiny town, it looks like it would be a fucking nightmare. You'd never find a car parking spot. It would be fucking hell. Look at all these cars. Oh my God, I'd hate to live in this town. But I can respect this collection. It looks really, it's a proper setup, so good for you. Sorry, I decided to go on a little tangent there, but I guess that gentleman is going to probably be buying an Optimus Prime and a Bumblebee for his Hot Wheels collection, assuming he gets new stuff and he's not just like, I cut off at Hot Wheels at this date because fuck Mattel or something. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, though. I like that the Toys That Made Us. I don't think they did a Toys That Made Us Hot Wheels, did they? I don't think they did. And again, I don't care about cars, but I wouldn't say no to seeing something like that. Next up, we have Transformers 1 Power Flip Optimus Prime. So this is one of those weird gimmicky toys coming out for the line where you can I think this toy, looking at it, although not like a crazy cool toy, it's got the kind of weird fun gimmicks that a kid would like. I'm not sure about the gimmick of like you put him in a T-pose and then you hold onto his arm and then you King Kong monkey flip him round, which seems nightmarish to me. But then he seems to go into like powered up form, and then you stretch out his legs. He's got like translucent boob armor. It's like he's in a super mode. I think this is fun. I mean, it fully transforms. It's not a great transformation, but again, I think for a child's toy, this has enough features to make it kind of interesting. Not anything I would want at all. I'd never want this figure. But I think from a kid's perspective, I can see the logic in why a kid would want this, right? It's not, it's not Power Master Optimus Prime cool, but it is kind of a, oh, okay, Prime packs and you make him Optimus Prime, then he's got boob armor and a really big hat helmet. This is kind of cool, and it kind of somewhat sort of transforms. Is it an awkward transformation? Yeah. Is it a great transformation? Probably not. Is it a weird gimmick? Is it a weird way that the gimmick works, that you T-pose Optimus Prime and then you monkey flip him around? Yeah, I think that's the... I don't know why that was the play pattern design. Why like this image of showing how the transformation works, I don't understand why this was... Out of all of the ways you can make your Transformers work, especially for younger children, why the centrifugal force seems to suggest that this could easily make this figure break. I don't know if that's the case, but if I'm a child and I'm like, I know how to transform him, I T-pose him, then spin him around, I'm gonna whip that bitch. I'm gonna whip him hard. And I wonder how much the arms, the shoulders will be able to tolerate that kind of force. Maybe he's gonna be a really light figure, so it's not going to be that big of an issue, you spinning him round. Can you just spin him round and around and around, or does it lock into place when he spins? Let's have a look at the video, and then we might be able to gather. Okay, he's gone too far. Okay, child, remove sword, T-poses. Lightly flips him. It doesn't look like it locks into a position, does it? I don't know. Oh, hey, Orange. Orange says, I don't think I would be interested with anything Hasbro markets exclusively to kids when I was a kid. In all honesty, Orange, neither would I. But at least with this, I could see a child maybe being interested in it. Not something I would want because it's not a fucking Headmaster or a Micromaster, obviously. But, you know, I've got fucking Road Grabber on my table, and he's arguably not a good toy. He's arguably kind of stupid. But I liked it, so maybe people that like Pretenders can't be too critical of these weird fucking gimmicky toys, because Pretenders, Action Masters. Granted, Action Masters almost killed Transformers. Or at least it didn't help them. I'd say that. But yeah, there you go. That's fair. The last bit of news. The last bit of news is for TFCon Toronto in the land of Canada. There's no Canada like French Canada, though. It's the best Canada in the land. The other Canada is hardly Canada. If you'd only come with me, you'd understand. But Ian James Collette, the voice of Goku. Good Goku, not evil Goku. And Shiro is going to be there. It's like Goku was his Ian James Collette Goku was part of Ocean Dub. I liked Ocean Dub. I thought Ocean Dub was pretty fun. It was definitely my era of Dragon Ball before Funimation came in and went, no, everything's got to be our way. No Ocean Dub, yeah, spelling Canadians. But yeah, Ian James Collette, he's going to be going there. Whip-de-doo. Hope you all have a good time. It goes. Orange, you should go to Canada Land. You should go places. Have fun. As the Shredder once said, go play, have fun. You know, it's a good message. Go play, have fun. There's also images of some of the box sets of the Mayhem Attack Squad. I should probably put in my pre-order for these on Amazon. At least the Insecticon ones, because I really do want Shop. Because look how pretty he is, brown and orange. You wouldn't think that would work. I should go to Canada, eh? Yeah, you should. What you should do, I hear the easiest way to get to Canada, right? If you don't want to pay for a flight to Canada, all you have to do is go to an American woods, strip naked, and pour maple syrup on yourself, and stick some like maple leaves on yourself, and a friendly bounty hunter, a friendly mountain ranger man with his weird hat and moose will come and help you back to Canada Land. I hear that's the way back. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, look at how cool Chop Shop looks. And Barrage. Look at how good Barrage looks, baby. Look at maybe I should put my pre-order for them tonight. I hate that they call this a 3-pack, though. I hate that they're like, this is a 3-pack. It's not. It's a 2-pack with a tiny weapon. With a stupid hammer moose. It's the moose hammer's not great. I bought the moose hammer super cheap. It's not very good. Kind of mediocre. I'd still like to get Ransack. They should reissue Ransack on his own. They should really reissue Ransack on his own. And if they wanted to fix up his weird, wonky yellow, that would actually be a very good idea. You don't need to give him the other head, the kickback head. Not necessary. All you have to do, make a new kickback. Not kickback, Ransack. Just redo him. Sort this fucking waist out. Make this waist the same yellow as the rest of him. And we'll all be good. I don't think they'll do it. They should do it, though. They should do it. And they did have the in-hand images of, what do you call him? The Trigger Con dude. Windsweeper, thank God it's on the packaging. And Universe Breakdown. Universe Breakdown still don't like. Excuse me, still feel it's an insult. But I do like Windsweeper mostly, even though he is just a basic repaint, you know. And his target masters are just silver. I know that what they're trying to do. Even in this image, they're like, he's a Trigger Con, so we'll shove the target masters on his arms. Like, yeah, kind of works. Not great. It doesn't work super well. Jet mode, I think the come on, the Insecticon one's a better set, isn't it? Come on. Look at it. Look at the effort. Look at it. Look at it. Look at them. Look at the deluxe Insecticons as a crew. I don't know why you had Chop Shop as the one in focus and these two out of focus, but you know, sometimes that do be the way. But that, chat, is all the news for this week. Woo! There was not a lot, as I mentioned, unsurprisingly, as is the way of things. I haven't done much this week. I did get stuff in the post yesterday. Let me type in to Google what it is. Okay, there we go. Skeleton, not skeleton. I got in the post yesterday. I got boom. Masters of the Universe Origins cartoon version of Skeletor. Because why wouldn't you get the cartoon version of Skeletor? He's very cool. He is quintessential 80s villain, and he goes, "Nyeh, with my little bone face, meh." And also got along with him, Beastman. Little silly Beastman. Like, I have a few of the Origins figures. They're kind of okay. They're kind of neat. But at least the ones I really wanted were the cartoon versions, so I got them. They're on a minor sale. Like, the sale wasn't huge, but it was like, instead of £22 on Amazon, they were like 17 each. So, fuck it, I'll buy them. I'll get them. I'll be able to get Evil Lyn, Merman, and Trapjaw eventually in the future. I tell you what I do really want to get, but Amazon don't have them. Turtles of Grey... Has anyone seen the Turtles of Grayskull line? The Turtles of Grayskull line is legit pretty fucking cool. Is there any good images? Oh, there's videos. Turtles of Grayskull. Oh, where's the cool stop animation? Let's see stop animation. Yeah, if you've not seen the Turtles of Grayskull figures, stop motion, you should have a look at them. They have the most 90s vibe to them. A delightful 90s vibe. He's a stop animation that Mattel Creations did. It's the Turtles and He-Man crossover. You get weird mutant versions of characters and the stupid Turtle armored designs of characters. Look how fun these are. Ram-Man's been turned into a Minotaur guy. Skeletor's in Shredder-esque armor. They've got Slash, the cool Slash. He's like a super figure. And you can build the robot turtle. I don't know what the robot turtle's called. And He-Man's been turned into, or Faker. Like the He-Man looks like Faker. He's been mutantized. This line is delightful. Delightful line. There's a lot of fucking love in this. Again, as a kid, this line would be something I would definitely want some part in, just because the designs are really cool. I wouldn't get the Turtles, because the Turtles, I'm not a big Turtles fan, but the villains, especially the villains. Beastman's kind of lame. Beastman, he just has like extra samurai armor, But then you have like the more interesting ones where you look at them and you go, "Oh shit, they look really fucking cool." I mean, they don't really highlight it, but this guy here, like I know for a fact because I've seen the toy, I've seen images of the toy. Like he has a weird like merman tail thing that he stands on, and you can switch those out for just standard legs if you like. That's really cool. That's a really fun, stupid play feature. At least I think it is. Like, that's a cool figure. That's a very fun figure. XL Hedge says, but Andy, Knockout needs his husband. And I guess he can have a shitty version of his husband. I guess. That's true. They can both be crab versions, not hitting the heights that they should be. Orange says, they're cute, but I'm not interested in them anymore. Are you talking about the He-Man figures, Orange? Maybe? XL Hedge said, I wish they would make Masters of the Universe, Masterverse of the 2000. Masterverse ones are the more serious figures, right? Weren't they, like, known for being a little bit wobbly on the quality control? I was going to get Scareglow, because Scareglow got, like, really cheap. Because no one wanted it. But then I saw a load of videos and reviews that said the QC on a lot of those Masterverse figures was not great. And I can't remember offhand why. XL Hedge says, the only one I've seen in stores is Mouse Jaw. Oh, Mouse Jaw's fucking cool. Oh, man, let's get Mouse Jaw. Mouse Jaw. Mouse Jaw. Is that right? Yeah, Mouse Jaw's... I want to get a Mouse Jaw figure. He looks really cool as well. He looks so good. I like Trapjaw to begin with. He comes with a Mouser, and I think Mousers are pretty fun. And it's a Trapjaw with a Mouser. I think it's, again, delightful. I might not be 100% down with the color scheme, because the white with green and blue isn't the best compared to Trapjaw's like blue and red. I think that color combination works better. But, you know, Mouse is a kind of off-whitish, creamy color. So, I think that it makes sense why it's not the best color scheme, but I appreciate how the figure looks. He comes with a fuck ton of accessories, seemingly. The geek.dad.life. YouTube channel has an image that says worth the extra dollars, and he's got a big, happy face, so... If he wasn't happy about the extra money that you put into it, I'm sure he would have had, like, more frowny eyebrows, I suppose. Look at that stupid hand. Look at it. I don't know. It seems pretty fucking cool to me. Orange says, I love how they're all just old figures, but with joints now. Yeah! That's all they have to be. That's all they have to be. The one issue I have with, like them is maybe their pricing. I think maybe they at one point they were cheaper. In the UK, they're not. In the UK, they used to be like, when they were sold in the UK, the Origins figures, they stopped selling because I don't think people were buying them. In the UK, they were about £16 versus Transformers, which were like £24 for like a deluxe at the time. They've now kind of gone up, and I think that's because they're just not in stores. So they're having to be sold at like import prices. So they're still cheaper than like Jada Toys. Jada Toys are about 24. The He-Man figures are about £21, give or take. I don't think the Tales of Grayskull have come officially to the UK in any capacity. I'm hoping Amazon will get them in some capacity, because that's when I will buy them. Mainly because I don't want to sign up to 500 or 600 random UK store sites. I'm already on 2. I don't want to go on more to get Turtles toys as well, you know. Orange says they inspired the Missing Link line for sure. They're a lot cheaper than Missing Link. They're a lot cheaper than Missing Link. Yeah, the 7-inch figures. Oh, okay. XL Head says Merman looks like Merman, Andy. Really? Yes. I don't know if it's Merman. Don't bully. No bully, Andy. They're not as good as Hasbro's 12th scale figures. Hasbro's 12th scale figures. Oh, right. You mean the Masterverse figures are not as good as the the kind of like G.I. Joe figures from Hasbro. Yeah, I think I heard stuff about that. XL Hedge says all of the Masterverse figures I've bought have been solid. Generally, XL Hedge, I've heard not great things about them. I'm glad you've liked them, but like I say, most of the time when I've seen people talk about them, it's not been in a super positive light. See, this is the one I want. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Salker. It's Slash. I would like to get the Slash. So I've seen like, I wish there's a better image of him. I've seen people like post like images of him on Twitter and stuff. And again, Slash from Turtles, I thought always had a really cool design. He's a bigger figure and he comes with big He-Man weapons as well. And he's got this fucking manic look on his face. If they get released here, I'm gonna have to buy at least the villains. I'm gonna have to because I think they're very cool. I think they're neat. I really do. I'm a sucker for like 90s looking toys. And this is like Tales of Grayskull, the most 90s like line that's been out in a long time. I tell you what, it'd be great if they did. Crossover with Skeleton Warriors as well. Bring it all in. That'd be great. I'd be super down for that. Apart from that, what have I been up to this week? I have been watching a few animus. The new anime I've started watching is Kaiju 8 Go, or Kaiju Go. I've only seen 2 episodes so far. It's pretty fun. It's okay. It feels a bit Chainsaw Man-esque. About a world where kaijus attack. A man working for a kaiju cleanup crew gets the power to turn it into a kaiju. It is... it's the trope of man becomes the thing and then wants to fight the things. So like a Chainsaw Man, he what are they find in that show? Demons, something like that. He becomes a demon. Like Bleach Man becomes bleached and wants to fight bleached things, etc., etc. It's that kind of shonen trope, but it's so far kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. It has fun moments. Like when he's running away from hospital because he doesn't want to scare people or anything like that. He says he needs to pee and he starts urinating out of both nipples, or where the nipples would be. It's kind of like a silly moment. It's like, it's fun. So yeah, that's fun. Sentai Dai Shikaku, which is basically the Japanese version of The Boys, but with a Sentai team, and not as fucking obnoxious or cringe, because I don't like The Boys. I find The Boys kind of rough to watch. I'm not a big fan of The Boys. Season 1 I thought was fine. Season 2, man, the writing gets really kind of shitty in season 2 onwards. It's like, no, thank you. I'm not down for that. Let's find I'll find you an image. There we go. There's a trailer of the Boys, but Japanese. So it's a Sentai team. They've beaten the bad guy. We follow one of the scrubs of the bad guy team, the jobbers. The guys are getting beaten up. Every Sunday, a big event is held where the Sentai team beats up the monsters. For what reason, we're not sure, but they're not shown to be very moral, good people. Very, very much The Boys style. But like I say, I like a lot more. I like the animation style. It seems to be quite fun so far. I'd recommend it. It's got a pretty decent intro sequence as well. Music wise, I mean. Yeah. XL Hedge says Slash and Faker. Slake. Oh, of course. Ugh. I'm so fucking dumb. Yeah, you're entirely right, XL Hedge. It's Slaker. Slash and Faker. Yeah. I'm still down with that. Hopefully I'll be able to get those things at some point in the future. That's the hope. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The other stuff I've got to watch is an old anime, very old anime, called, what's it called? Lodlos? War of Lodlos? Lodlos, yeah. Lodos. Record of Lodos. That is a very old anime. Very D&D styled one as well. I don't know how long the Lodos series is. I've got one of the animes of it to watch, but I think that it continued for a while. But yeah, there you go. And the only other stuff is I've just been streaming. My Friendly Neighborhood, which is Five Nights at Freddy's FPS shooter, but what if it was set on Sesame Street? So all of the puppets are trying to viciously hug you to death. It's got a quirky bit of humor to it. It's okay. It's not like a crazy good game. You get a wrench early on, and the melee range is a bit on the wonky side. Like the start of the where you can actually hit them with your wrench is further than what I would think. And if you get too close to them, they will just auto hug you, and you'll take damage. So I definitely say there's some weird feeling with at least how the melee system works. The gun, you shoot letters because the letter of the day is P for pain. Stuff like that. So you've got a letter shooting gun to harmlessly kill the puppets. But if you leave the area and come back, they're not dead. They'll just stand back up again. So you got to duct tape them. Duct tape them. So if you don't have duct tape, you need to use it strategically to. If you're going through an area multiple times, you'll want to save your duct tape for like using it in specific places to make sure you don't lose health. It's a survival horror, kind of like, think of it like the in the Resident Evil 1 remake, all those thousands of years ago, where you had to set zombie corpses on fire or they come back as crimson heads. You wanted to burn the bodies in specific locations so you had easier runs, and then you just leave the rest of the zombies to make life easier for you. So same idea, but with puppets or Muppets, I'd say give it a go. If you can find it cheap. I was able to find it cheap for like £5. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll get it for £5. Why not? Having a good time with that. And then just been playing Vermintide and Darktide with the boys, which I've been enjoying as well. Other than that, that's it. I did try and get some Transformers this week, but they were a no-go. I failed on my mission. I did see Orange. I did see the Micromaster transport team. The purple one that has the dump truck, but they're colored green. That one. I was going for £100, and I was like, it was buy it now. I was like, do I buy it? I rubbed my nipples, and then it was gone. It vanished. I was like, maybe it was for the best. I didn't get it. It was £100 for a Micromaster team. Granted, it's a very expensive Micromasters team, and arguably it's a good deal for that. But I was like, I've spent a lot of money recently, so I can work. Future, I'll maybe get it in the future. That's a maybe future purchase for Andy. At the moment, I keep trying to go on like eBay every now and again, just type in Pretender and my daily searches. I'll go on like once a day and just type in Pretender. And then next search Micromaster. Is there anything here? No. All right, never mind. Move on. Rest of the day to go for. Anyway, that's the show done and dusted for the week. Orange sends a message. You saw Cement Head and Terror Tread. Oh, damn, that's the ones. Yeah. Again, £100. Relatively cheap-ish for them. I was not willing to spend that money at that point in time. That's the problem with older G1 toys. I look at them and I go, oh, tits. I don't want to spend that much now, But that's the show for the week. Thanks for coming by, everybody. If you want to find me, I'm on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as Decayed Andy, Rotten Flesh of Human Being, not 10 year period. We're on Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. We're on ccbunker.weebly.com. And we're in all those delicious places where you can find, or just type in Moonbase 2, you'll find us, the usual spots. If there's no news next week, Mr. Orange, would you like to talk about the 90s G2 era? I might ask you if you can find some more catalogs, because I found a few, but if you happen to find some better G2-ish kind of catalogs that we can use for images, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, we'll have that. So there'll be we probably won't talk about the repaints, because it's like, well, here is Jazz but with a missile launcher, or Inferno but with a missile launcher. We'll be talking about ones like Smoke Jumper and Dread Winged Wind, whoever the fuck he came with. We'll be talking about the Predator Jets. We'll be talking about the Turbo Masters, the Cyber Jets, those kind of guys. But until then, the only time that'll change is if there's some significant news, which there probably won't be, but it'll change if there's significant news next week. Anyway, thank you guys for coming by. I'm, of course, dead on the inside, dead on the outside, and until next time, yeah.